Hello, my name is Alicia Cecil, and I wanted to hop on here today and make a video for Journal 1. So I want to start by saying that a brief summary of the assignment that I'm completing is I am reaching out to the local international center in Owensboro, Kentucky, and attempting to create a relationship with them where we can collaborate and offer individual therapy services to their clients at zero cost for my practicum. Um, the agency that I am in doesn't have a lot of therapists that want to work with immigrants. And in the past, we have kind of created a strain between the agency and the international center just because we have a lack of willing therapists to take on their clients. And this assignment relates to my practicum because when I graduate, I do want to work with the immigrant population, and I want to learn more about different cultures and different beliefs and traditions and values and how to better serve adolescent immigrants and also adult immigrants. Um, so, for the competencies as to what I'm doing in field placement, so for competency 4, engaging in practice informed research and research informed practice, I've been doing a lot of research like during the snow days where I've learned about the Big Beautiful Bill and how that impacts immigrants and their child tax credit and access to nutritional aids. And also, I've been learning about the trauma and the different layers of trauma that immigrants have, including pre migration, migration, post migration, grief, dealing with loss, and discrimination and racism. Also, that goes along with competency number 5 in policy practice because, like I said, I've been researching the Big Beautiful Bill and just kind of learning a little bit more about how that's going to impact immigrants. I know that right now immigrants are dealing with ICE agents in different cities and some of the trauma that's happened. Like I know there was a recent trauma in Minnesota, and it can be very scary, not only for Americans, but also for the immigrant population. So also for competencies 7 and my practicum, I am wanting to work with individuals and families. I'm willing to do both. I know that this is an opportunity for me to learn and to be of service to people that need services but are not able to get them at the agency that I'm with working within. So also, I've been thinking a lot about the practice. So for competency 9, thinking about the practice, like what kind of different therapies are best for that population. I've read that like art therapy is really good for the adolescents, narrative therapy is really good, CBT and strengths-based approach. And so that's been pretty helpful for me to know, especially going in, reaching out to the International Center because I don't know how quickly they would want to start working together, but I would assume it would be pretty quickly. So I just like to be prepared and just remain teachable and open-minded. So what I've briefly just been doing in field, like I said, I've been reaching out to the International Center. I sent them email. I'm going to give them about another week to respond, and then I am going to go there in person, just introduce myself and introduce the agency, introduce that fact that I'm a student in the MSW program at Western and my willingness to work with their clients. My strengths and my experiences at the agency are when I was in my bachelor program, I worked with an immigrant for case management services, and I felt like I did really well helping connect her to the resources, and she was pretty successful at the time that I was working with her. So that for me is a strength because I have a special place in my heart for that population. Any experiences that have challenged or helped me grow? Really, I just feel like learning more about different races and traditions and beliefs and values. Like there's so much there to dive into. It's really challenging me because to help me think outside the box. And then feedback that I've received during supervision, the only feedback that I've really received right now is that it would be helpful if I don't hear from them through email to go there in person and introduce myself. My thoughts and feelings related to my progress as a professional master's level social worker in training. I feel pretty good. I know that 15 weeks goes by pretty quickly, so I'm a little anxious just to learn as much as I can during this time and to take this time, take advantage of it, to not let it slip by without utilizing this time to ask questions, pull up on my peers, and just spend time researching and learning and observing and just doing everything that I can that's going to help um, fill my brain with new knowledge and also with having new experience. So practices that I've observed in my agency, the practices here at this agency, we have a very diverse population. So we work with all races, all ages, and everything is pretty clear for people to understand, and everyone is respectful, and everything is outlined on paper and signed, and that's very helpful for me. What I have done for self-care, well, we got some snow and we have been working from home a few days, and so just kind of like not getting up and getting ready for the day like I normally would. So I've kind of had like a 4-day weekend on the second week of school, and that's been kind of nice. No barriers or obstacles during this time. I don't anticipate any upcoming barriers to self care, just because last semester I was working full time, and then I was also in school. But this semester I'm only working part time, so there's a lot of time for me to put time into self care. My plan for self care emergencies is to just take a mental health day. Let my supervisor and everybody involved know that I just need a day, and my plan will change only because, like, if something comes up and I need to take a day off or something, that's the only way I can foresee my plan changing. Um, and then tracking progress of my self care. I love my planner, and I'm a planner girl, and so I write everything down and keep up with like when my last therapy appointment was and everything that I've done for myself, like for self care, nail appointments and hair appointments and hanging out with my girlfriends and stuff like that. So, anyways, I appreciate you listening and hope you have a good day. Thanks. Bye.